Hi, family. Something for you to consider today. Be careful. So, as you know, right now we are all in the time of looking at what's happening with these student loans. As a result of COVID, all of the interesting things were put on hold, and I believe the last date was supposed to be the end of the month in April. Well, scammers have gotten hold of this information and they are calling, and they sound real legit. They're giving you partial information and then asking you to verify everything else, telling you that your wages are going to be garnished even though you know you're making payments. Let me tell you something. The federal government does not just up and call people. You will get a letter, letter. You will get a letter that says, "Hey, you're up for wage garnishment. Please call this number." So if you get a phone call from the student loan department, it is FAKE. It is fake. There is no such thing as the student loan department. That's not their name. That is not the name of any holder of student loans. The student loan department, like which one? Like they need to be able to specifically tell you which one. And if they say, "Oh well, it's asking me for your favorite this or that," let me tell you something. When you call about your student loans, they never ask you for the answers to any of your identity questions online. They just don't. They'll tell you that if you want to do the services online, they'll tell you what website to go to and remind you that you need to answer your identity verification questions. But they do not ask you for the answers to your identity verification questions. They may ask you for your social, your date of birth. They may ask you for some other things. I'm not going to say them all because I don't know which scammer is watching this video. But they will not ask you any of your identity verification questions. They won't ask you about your dog, your mama, your sister, or your brother. They won't ask you about the first person you dated or your crush. They just will not. Scammers are out there. They are trying to take advantage of people. And the minute you give them your information, they will go in, start hacking your account, and start changing stuff and start pulling money in your name. Had a lady to call today, and she got real mad when I said, "Ma'am, all the stuff you're saying, that's a lie." Second thing I need to share with you, be sure to read your mail. I know a lot of times we look at mail and be like, "Oh, I know what that is. It's already billed," because you're so accustomed to getting bills from all these companies. Read every piece of mail. Sometimes the student loan companies or even your bill companies are just sending you information, policy updates, those things. And when you get security updates, read your mail, family. Read. I cannot emphasize that enough. Read your mail, because if you get a piece of mail that you did not bother to read and then later on you say, "Oh, I didn't know," they're going to look back in their records and see whether or not they sent you that mail. And if you didn't read it, it's not their problem. That's your problem. Failure to read is not their problem. It's your problem. So, again, be careful. If somebody calls your phone saying, "Oh, your wages are going to be garnished," say, "Thank you for the information." Hang up the phone. Go find the real telephone number. Pull your bill statement. Find the real telephone number of the company and call them. If you get a phone call saying, "Oh, well, a policeman is going to show up at your door," check the mail that you received in the last 10 days. If you have not received anything from that company, say, "Hey," ask them for a badge number. Like, legit, ask them for a badge number. Most employees from federal government institutions, a lot of them, you can look up their names online. That's how a lot of these scammers are getting names of employees and their badge numbers. They're going online and be like, "Oh, what's the badge number?" And then they go and repeat this information. If you have a company, like what happened today, it said Fed Loan Services was calling me, but when my company identified the telephone number, it said the call was coming from Walgreens. I'm like, now why would Fed Loan Services be calling from Walgreens? That doesn't make sense. So be careful, protect yourself. And don't just protect yourself, share this information with your family and friends, especially older persons who may not know what's going on or may not have time to slow down and listen. I am so thankful that the family member called me this morning and woke me up and said, I need your help. I know you're tired, but I need your help. Spoke to the lady and found out, yep, she's a scammer. Today is April the 14th, 2022. And for those of you all who need to know, the wage garnishment department of student loan services is closed. And the, what is it called? Let me grab my notebook. I want to make sure I'm giving you all accurate information because I just had this conversation with federal student loan, the company who does federal student loans. Just had the conversation with them this morning. So garnishment box is closed, and if you need to find out who your loan servicer is, you can go to nslds.ed.gov and fill out your information, PIN number and all those things from your statement in order to find out who your loan servicer is. And all the loans that, because of the CARES Act, as you know, interest was put on hold because of the CARES Act. That has been extended until August 31st, 2022. August 31st, 2022. If you do not believe me and you are unsure, be sure to call the student loan company, and in their voicemail you will hear what's going on. Make sure you go to the government website and make sure you look for the little lock on the government website that tells you that you're at the right website and not at a scam website, because people are setting up scam websites too, even though it's illegal and it may very well be a felony to put .gov behind that name. They're still setting up websites. So be careful. Like I said, protect yourself, protect your family, protect your loved ones. I will see you all next time. Mwah. Bye.